is Richie Best.
I'm Brittany Best.
I've been with Andretti Autosport since 2013. Life working and racing consists of a good balance. Communication is key. Trying to balance road life and home life is a hurdle for most, especially for us with a blended family of 5.
Richie and I decided on our honeymoon that we were going to try to have a baby. If we were going to do it, we needed to do it now because we weren't getting any younger. We found out we were pregnant with Edith. We called her Edie, and we were ecstatic. We weren't going to find out what it was. We wanted it to be a surprise. We had some challenges with just miscarriages. We had had a couple. For me being 38 years old, it was the easiest pregnancy compared to my other 2. December 28th, I started to have really bad contractions, and I was just like, okay, well, these are different this time. And we drove to the hospital thinking, here we go. You know, this is gonna be another blessing in our life. And the doctor came in and she did the ultrasound, and she didn't want to turn around. You could tell she didn't want to turn around. And she turned around and she looked at us and she's like, I'm so sorry.
At the moment, I don't think we understood what she meant when she was saying she was sorry. Then it kind of hit, like the world just kind of fell down on us.
So we asked the doctor, well, is it a boy or a girl? And they said, it's a girl.
I held Brittany's hands and I said, this isn't going to define us. We are going to get through this. We are going to figure it out. You don't really get a booklet of how you plan to bury a child. So through some coworkers, we got hooked with Jason Holt in IndyCar Ministry, and they came in and picked us up and guided us.
And helped and did the service for Edie's funeral. Once we lost Edith, I felt like I needed something. I was searching for something that I needed, and I found that with God. And I needed that because I needed to know that I was going to see her again someday. But I started to read the Bible. It felt like it made me feel better, made me feel closer to her. Our faith both just grew, and every time we were in service,
I could feel and sense that God was working through us. Selfishly, this isn't the plan that we wanted, but we knew and we had to trust that the fact that this was His plan. He has control. We just need to surrender and just follow His word.
There was a reason why we became more invested and we surrendered to God and had more faith, because we didn't know what else was going to happen in our life, right? And then 8 months later, we lost our 17-year-old in a tragic car accident. We thought losing Edith was the worst day of our life, but then losing Jackson it's a different kind of grief and a different kind of love. If it wasn't for us losing Edie, I don't know if my faith would have been there when Jackson passed away, and I would have been strong enough, honestly, to even handle Jackson passing away, because that took everything inside of me. Because I don't understand why I was chosen to be. But I have to keep reminding myself that I'm going to see them. I'm going to see them in heaven.
The year we had in 2023, we'll never question it. Definitely a saddened year, and we're glad we're removed from it a little bit, but we're still trusting in the fact that this is part of the plan.
We were done trying to have any more children.
Yeah.
Mentally and emotionally, I couldn't handle it anymore. This is it. This is the family that we have.
We had scheduled a family vacation
before Jackson had passed away, so we still went and took the other kids and went on a cruise.
Came back from the family vacation, went back to work, and got a phone call from Brittany and says, guess what? And I said, I don't know. I don't know what I can handle anymore. And she said, I'm pregnant. And I said, no way. There's no way.
And I remember, thinking, why would this be what I'm supposed to be doing right now with all the emotions and the grief that I'm going through? And I know exactly why. It's because she was here to save me. Everly is almost 6 months old. She was born May 24th, yep. Which happened to be Carb Day.
So we can't step too far away from racing.
So she decided she was going to grace us with her presence on Carb Day, and she spent a few weeks in the NICU. She was a little early. She's super strong and healthy and home now. And
such a blessing. She's a representation of prayers being answered.
Yeah.
And there are so many people that we probably don't even know that would pray for us day in and day out.
Just to have a healthy baby. If anyone was going through a situation like ours, or any kind of situation that's just a hard time or a point in their life, a bad season, you just can't give up. You have to continue to go and fight.
I think it's easier to go against the faith. I think as much resistance as you want to push away, I think you should take that energy and revert towards the faith. If you have supported IndyCar Ministry, we want to thank you because it has impacted our lives.
It's helped us tremendously.